Hey guys, TheFairChance here with a little more Paranautical activity. This game is super fun. And to get started here, I've decided that we're gonna stick with the noob-friendly class, the tank, which gives us a lot of health. Not crazy speed, not crazy damage, but they're good enough. And we'll see how we can do here. That last episode had some pretty miserable, early failures. Very early failures, literally, within a few rooms of starting. Okay, that was pretty bad damage to take there. Just kinda jumped off or got stuck on the platform, I should say. But, that's my fault, probably. In some way, at least. This mini-boss is kind of a pain, but not too much once you kill the Gileads in the corners. Which is my favorite alternate ending to Indian in the Cupboard. I'm gonna be honest, I've never read Indian in the Cupboard. Which is probably unbelievable to some people. I've heard that is a fantastic book that is very well known and used by everybody. I think this is the second time that's happened, that we have the tank and we kill a mini-boss and it drops the sickle. And even though that would be great in our current setup where we have this extra health and this not quite as high speed, but, you know, still controllable. Okay, so I remember from last time we don't want to pick up sea legs because it makes us way too fast. I'll pick up Becket of Tar though. Full ammo. Okay. I get the feeling I've done that before. So that was a complete waste of $100 bills. So, I had a cool little experience at school today. My photography teacher, my digital arts teacher, I guess, in this situation, because I have him 2 periods, he took the yearbook class out to a field trip to the publishing and printing plant of the company that makes our yearbooks and class rings and all that. And he had lots of extra room after the yearbook kids had all signed up and everything. So he made it so that the digital arts kids could go as well, because we're also learning the sort of graphic design stuff. And it was pretty cool. It's really interesting to see new stuff like that. They had this awesome pneumatic paper cutter, which they didn't tell us exactly, but if I had to guess, it was probably like, I don't know, 5,000 psi of, you know, strength. Just pure cutting power, and it had to have been super sharp. It was cutting through like foot-thick stacks of paper with like no problem. Okay, I wonder if I should stop picking up blubber, because it seriously makes me really slow. But I basically didn't talk about that boss fight at all. That Dobby fight went really well. I only took a little bit of damage, and by a little bit I mean literally when the fight started it was 1/3 of my total health. But now it's only 1/5, so that's just fine. We're gonna see what happens as we go along here. I might, what was the other item in there? It was 125, I think. I don't remember what the other item was. So I'll have to go back and check to make sure it's not something that I really like, and that I'll be totally missing out on. It's nice to see this Bomba guy who's gotten stuck up here. And he helped me kill the little cultist guy, so they're not always jerks, obviously. That was a pretty easy room, like it usually is, but I've probably taken damage on it before, so I'm not really at liberty to say that it's easy, I suppose. If the frame rate seems a little low, I apologize. I think it's because I'm currently rendering a video of Dreadmore, and I really wanted to get this video recorded, just so I would have a little bit of free time later into the evening, because you know what, I'm not sure what time it is. I actually just finished playing some Dark Souls with my friend, and after that I decided that it was probably a time to finish up the recording session of Dreadmore and start this. So, gonna move on over here. This room is probably, yeah, all by itself in the corner over here. I remember this is the room that totally screwed us over after we picked up sea legs on that previous, maybe not, I don't think it was the previous run, but it was on the previous episode. I'm never really sure whether to call these episodes or not, because Episode seems like kind of a lofty title, because that's what you call a TV show, man. TV shows are like high budget. Trust me, this is the lowest budget production you'll ever see in your life, unless you go see King Kong by Peter Jackson. No, I'm just kidding. That's a decent movie. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you for not dealing damage to me. Screw you guys for dealing damage to me. Seriously. Jerks. So this floor was fairly large for the first one, I'm pretty sure. I think this is large for the first floor. I remember one of the ones in the last video had a very, very small first floor. That's one of the few that we actually managed to clear the first floor. So I'm gonna go check and see what that other item was in the shop that wasn't sea legs, because I definitely don't want sea legs. I honestly can't remember what it was. It's, oh, the horseshoe, and it's $250. Yeah, I said 125 earlier. I was literally off by 125, but if you multiply what I said by 2, then you get how much it costs. So, we're gonna head on down to the second floor and see if we can't get something good accomplished down there. Best hopes right now, with the amount of health that we have, I would love to get rum in either the shop or from the mini-boss. Like the boss that I definitely don't want to fight is the dude in the overcoat with the chainsaw. I think that might be a bad boss fight. Preferable mini-boss, I'd say probably the floating tentacle guy, jellyfish creature, because he's really easy. Unless he's not, like when you have the sickle or the grenade launcher. Let's see what's going on in here. Seen this room 1,000 times. This game is really fun, but it seems like, at least in the early game, I'm not sure how long, because like in Isaac, the floors are like 2 levels each, you know. You get cellar, cellar, caves, caves. In this, I've gotten to like level 5, I think, and it was still bilge. So I don't know how long each one of these are. It kind of makes sense for them to be 5, so I probably just barely missed getting to the next area, but there doesn't seem to be a huge variety. I think that was a weird pronunciation. A huge variety of rooms. Like, actually, this room's a little weird. I think I've seen it before, but it's definitely an interesting. Oh yeah, with the Gilead underneath. I've done this room before. Just didn't recognize it immediately. I think I usually enter this room from one of these side doors where the Gilead can shoot you. Little cultist man gets shot right in the face. Sounds like a story I used to know. That's a lie. I don't think I ever knew a story about little cultists getting shot in the face. But if I did, I would tell it right now, certainly. Because if I'm the kind of person I think I am, that'd probably be hilarious. Whoa, I don't like it when these guys do these parkour moves and jumping over ramps and stuff. Makes me uneasy. Alright, that guy's not dead? Why not? I didn't give him permission to continue to live. Whoa, he actually had 2 shots left in him. Pretty impressive for a guy that I thought should have been dead like 4 shots ago. Which sounds like you're just trying to bet on the life expectancy of a drunk. 4 shots ago. I don't know. I'm not old enough to drink alcohol. I don't know the bar lifestyle. Probably don't have bets on how long it'll take somebody to die of alcohol poisoning. Probably, you know. Unless you do, I'm not gonna judge. I'll probably judge a little bit. But that's on the inside, so you won't even know. And by you, I mean that one person listening who holds bets in bars on how long bar comers are going to live. This is a weird tangent. I'm gonna get off of it. Let's see what we got in here. Starfish. Still confusing. Although I think that might make me come back to life. Oh, you know what? Maybe the lighthouse doesn't make you come back to life then, because I didn't have the lighthouse on that last run, and I still came back to life, and I did have the starfish. But I want to get the beard. Beard makes me do more damage up close, and as I came into this floor, I basically asked for more damage. So let's see if we can get what I asked for here, if I can get rum from the mini-boss. This is definitely not the mini-boss I asked for, but thank you, game, for, you know, giving me one that isn't horrible for the weapon that I'm using. Why am I moving so slow all of a sudden? Do you just... Is it just that you strafe really slowly? You have to, like, backwards strafe as well, instead of just strafing to one side or the other? I always want to jump when he gets close to me for some reason. That was a waste of a bomb. Didn't even hit him. I'm actually in danger of dying right now. I really hope I don't. This guy's face is like red. He looks really angry. Just realized that. Oh man, that was some MLG dodges. Okay. Naval training. Okay, I'm not really getting the fire rate up. I don't really hear it. Although I'm not gonna doubt it. I'm not gonna doubt that I'm getting a fire rate up. And I'm pretty close to being able to get beard. Only literally $25 left to go now. If I could pay $25 in the real life, in real life to get a beard, I would totally do that. Because I can't grow one. At least not yet. Oh, this Gilead basically is telling me to get a life. That's the most PG insult I could come up with. And I died. Great. That sucks. It was a pretty good run, though. Up until that point where I died, of course. If only I had had that $600 so I could buy the starfish, but what have you. That's the way the cookie crumbles.